What's up, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the steps I take to wear clothing with armor. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do for clothing with armor is you're going to need to get an invisible undersuit. So the place that I go is Pickersfield. So first thing, you go to Hurston, and then Pickersfield. There's other places you can go. Anywhere where it has an outdoor location, you can basically find a person, an NPC that's wearing clothing and a helmet, or clothing and armor, and they're the ones that are going to have the invisible undersuit. I just go to Pickersfield because there's no turrets and no crime stat. First, we need to find some dudes. There's one. This guy's wearing armor and clothing right here, so I'm just gonna get him. Got him. Okay. Let's go get the undersuit. So this one, you can see he's got skin, but then he's got an armor set on, which means this guy's got an invisible undersuit. Now, you want some privacy. So to get the undersuit, it's a little tricky. You have to take all his stuff off, because as you see in here, you can't. There's no undersuit. You don't see it. But if you take all his stuff off, all the clothing and armor, you got to take off. So that's armor. That's armor. No shoes, no clothing, nothing. But you can see all this stuff is still attached to him. That's because there's an undersuit there. So then you go into this tab here. And then here you can see his undersuit. So you can't see it in that other menu, but here you can see it. Shift left click stores it. So you can put it on yourself. I wonder if I can you can drag and drop it in your backpack. So now I got it in my backpack. So I got one. Also, don't put the bodies on your ship and fly away because they'll disappear. So you want to take the stuff off while you're here at Pickersfield. Once you leave there, you can head on over to Everest Harbor. So we're gonna run inside and go to the cargo deck. Cargo center. Okay, so I just buy you can get any one, I'm sure, but I'll just grab this one. Also, if you don't have a tractor beam, you should probably get one there also. So then you're gonna head back to your hangar, use the cargo elevator to get your storage box. And then technically you could do this anywhere, but I like to just do it in my personal hangar because that's where most of my stuff is, so I can pick and choose clothing items and mix and match them with armor and stuff. So I kind of like to just do it where most of your stuff is, wherever that may be. So I take my storage box and I stick it over here. What I do is I first put on the clothes that I want. So 'Cause I wanted to try these shoes just because they're weird and they're girly, like super girly. Oh, they're high heels, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay, so it matches. Black gloves. Where's my jacket? Jacket, pants. Okay, so this is the clothing that I want. And then I put it in the box. A lot of people will put the clothing in the box and then bring the box up. I find it easier to just do this, especially if you have more than one box. Sometimes it's hard to figure out which box has the stuff in it. So put it all in like that. Alright, so you'll take your invisible undersuit. And you're going to stick it on the ground next to your storage box. There. It's just got to be close to one another. Close enough. And so basically you want to put the undersuit on first before you put on the stuff in the box. When you look at a box, it might say carry instead of equip. You need the primary thing to be equip. So if yours is carry, right, you'll have to switch it. So hold F down. You hold the mouse wheel down. Click in the mouse wheel on equip, and then it'll just show you the primary or secondary. You want to get it highlighted on primary and then left click, which will then set equip as the primary function. You're not going to get it the first time, or probably not even the second time. It's not easy to do. So you want to mouse scroll wheel all the way down so that you're moving the slowest your character moves, just so you have a little bit more time. If you need more time, you can go prone and do it. What I found also is if you're you have to switch from equip to equip or open, right? So once it equips, you have to switch to open, but you can't do it instantly. You kind of have to wait for your character to actually start the equip action before open works, but it's hard to tell. So you're going to do this over and over and it's not going to work. Eventually you'll figure it out. I also found that if you put equip kind of off center screen, it'll work. You can equip, but then if you just move like that and then hit F to open, it doesn't open as good. I found you really have to look over and try to center it to open it. So let's try to do this. Equip. So as you can see, I only got one item on. You got to be really quick. And sometimes you don't actually... You'll try it over and over, and you'll understand what I mean by sometimes you don't realize you did it, and then it catches you off guard, and then you're not ready to like double click all your items onto your body. So we'll put that back. It's always going to drop a random box that doesn't actually just ignore this box. And then to drop your undersuit, you just hit I and then go into this menu again and then right click, which drops it right back where you need it, because you're gonna fail. It's not easy to do. Okay, now I can go prone, so this might be able to do it a bit easier here, because so it takes your character a little while to actually stand up first, so it gives you extra time. So we'll go equip, and then we'll double click everything. Boom. So now I'm wearing the undersuit and the clothing, which then allows you to put on armor with your clothing. So the bigger armor will go over your clothing, like no problem, right? And then smaller armor will go kind of under. It will also kind of mix with your clothing. Is this medium armor? So this is medium armor. which kind of meshes more. I think medium armor will be the one that you'll have more collision with than anything else. Depending on what you're wearing, right? So if you're wearing a big thick bomber jacket, you might not, it might show over the medium armor. Okay, so there's my helmet. There's my armor. I like this armor because it just matches the outfit quite well. And it does, there's not too much clipping. There's some clipping with the belt, but for the most part it looks like the armor goes under the jacket with a kind of scarf over it that flings off the back. And then a bit of the armor pokes out the back of the jacket where you can attach a backpack. So that's how I do it. And if you found this video useful, make sure that you like it and share it. Leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Those shoes are ridiculous. I like them.